Yeah, a whole lot indeed. And you know, the C-130 being the crude aircraft, and then the F-16. Now overhead from behind us, ladies and gentlemen, Lieutenant Colonel John Klatt, flying the Air National Guard in the Air Guard Extra 300L. Jack working off of John's right side. John Klatt on the Airshow left. Now up over the vertical. Jack trying to match the power and the speed. John's faster. Lighter weight aircraft. Now coming back towards the crowd, looping up underneath. You see Jack pushing the throttle forward. Now they'll spin out the other direction. Jack Klatt working Airshow left. Jack Knutson on Airshow right. Let's watch and listen. Jack Klatt now working the vertical line. All kinds of power. Jack Knutson and the extra 300L at Airshow right. That aircraft, 300 horse. John Klatt working with around 340 horse, so a big horsepower advantage. Now, watch closely at center stage, that closing speed time because of that altitude. Give it some closer. Over 100 miles. Now, pulling back up over the top, not sliding up underneath. Let's watch and see here. John diving down to John by Jack closing that gap and then coming right up on John's wing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go live in the cockpit and listen in. Jack Knutson staring right at John's aircraft should really power the essential tool in keeping in formation flight.
Jack Knutson has very little ability to know where he is in the sky. He doesn't see the horizon. He just gets himself visually married to John's airplane. And now he's got to look 90 degrees up.
Yeah, that's right. To keep focused on one particular point, like you say, and to stay in that position is very difficult indeed. Now the vertical line up over the top. They'll split. One pushing, one pulling. John from the inverted position. Now when the aircraft is upside down, all the control inputs, 180 degrees. Pull being pushed. Left is right, right is left. Inside is out, outside is in. Whatever. Safe. Contact. They have visual separation. They both see. Crisscross that Airshow center. Look at Airshow on Jack Knutson. Look at Airshow right now. The lean back on the stick. About 6-7 G's pushing them back into the seat. As they climb up into the vertical now, the tail coming around. They'll stop it there. Jack Knutson hanging up on the prop now. A little bit of rough rudder to get things turned around. Both John and Jack. John, civilian and military. John Klatt, nearly 18,000 hours of flight time experience, ranging from everything to general aviation to military, civilian, transport category. Jack trying to match John's power and altitude. They'll hang it up on the prop there. John will use a little bit of power out. Kick a little rudder turn. Spiral all the way down as he picks up. 500 miles an hour. And here's some center. They'll give him a little. Working on the 45 now. Rolling on the way per second. John Klatt in the MXS, nearly 440 degrees per second roll rate with the full stick deflection.
Now he'll pull all the way through down to the bottom side. Leveling off, working right off the ground. Upside down, John Klatt working Airshow right now. A little bit of a pull.
Back up skyward once again on the vertical line. New quarter roll. Jack Knutson on the 45. It looks like he's a little bit of a negative outside. He'll give a little bit of push before changing direction now. Working Airshow center, kind of rolling it in. Slower than the right off the deck. Down to the big pull. Now we see more of aggressive pull on that vertical line. Rolling on the way up. I saw John earlier. It is full solo aerobatic performance. You see the lightweight and unique characteristics of this aircraft at the top out of forward airspeed.
That was a 1.5 forward flip.
1.5. All he does is tuck his head.
Degree of difficulty 10.6, I think.
And boy, wow. Extremely lightweight and maneuverable aircraft. Now, Jack Knutson working up all the time. Take that down, straight down. Back on the stick. Jack Knutson working in the background. Jack Knutson up here on the front side. Well, if you're over the age of 16, take a ride on our free gyro ball. What it feels like some of these gyroscopic maneuvers, like we just saw John do with that tail nose over the nose. Look at it as they get it. Right here behind Airshow Center. Jack working off to the left. Jack flying extras at airshows all across North America as well. We're happy to have him here this weekend flying with us. John Klatt in the MXS working Airshow right.
Jack Knutson's no stranger to Pensacola. He was here a few years ago, I think back in 2006, with his buddy Jay Walker and Ed Campbell, flying in a 3-ship aerobatic routine. So it's great to have Jack Knutson back at Pensacola, back on the airshow circuit, and working with John Klatt in the Air National Guard.
That's right. We are happy to have him. Now, ladies and gentlemen, from your left and from your right, both gentlemen inbound. Look at this speed now. Nearly 500.
Does that mean? No way, no way. I just think you ought to have video cameras going.
It's time. All right, John and Jack working opposite ends. Get your cameras out. Ladies and gentlemen, John Klatt, Jack Knutson, and the Air National Guard, MXS and Extra 300L. They're going to line up and try to cross right here at Airshow Center. Now, from the left and from the right, right off the deck. Closing in, John Klatt. He'll give a little bit of pull now, working on the 45 and a slow roll. Alrighty, Jack Klatt gets turned around. If you'd like to learn more about Jack why you can visit us on our website at JohnKlattAirshows.com or like us on our Facebook page. Also, if you'd like to learn more about the Air National Guard, you can visit GoANG.com and stop on by the mobile recruiting unit. Talk to Tommy or Jeremy, your local Florida Air National Guard recruiters, Michelle and Ricky. She can tell you all the great benefits. Rob said before, nearly over 188 different career fields to choose from. And the great thing about the state of Florida is 100% college tuition reimbursement, and that is through your master's. So a great opportunity for young guys and gals looking at getting an education. Alrighty, Rob Ryder, we're just trying to work things out here with the pyro. John and Jack getting set. Well, I think we ought to just give a huge round of applause to Jack Knutson in that extra 300L and Lieutenant Colonel John Klatt. Ladies and gentlemen, a special thanks to our friends at LMNO, Kendria and Phoebe out here this weekend. Drew Stearns with the Air National Guard Bureau, Jeremy, and all of our friends here at the local Air National Guard recruiting team. Thank you so much, Kathy Holmes, and all the men and women that do such a fine job, you know, traveling around the country here. I have to say they've done just an excellent job. So Air Show fans, be proud of your hometown, Pensacola, and the Navy base right here. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Tim Jarvis, won't you? Telling you all about the great action with John Klatt and Jack Knutson. Coming up in just a few moments, we're going to be going back into the sky with one of the most unique aircraft ever designed, ever built. Now, I've been around doing our business here for a long time, and it was in the late 1980s when I was volunteering as an announcer at the Dayton Airshow and the United States Air and Trade Show up there in Dayton that I saw an aircraft developed by Bell Aircraft Corporation. They're the same company that built the X-1 rocket plane, the first aircraft to exceed the speed of sound in level flight, flown by Chuck Yeager October 14, 1947. They also developed one of the most well-known helicopters of all time, and that's the Bell Model 47. If you remember the movie MASH, or the TV show MASH, it was that bubble front helicopter that gained its fame as a medical evacuation helicopter, able to remove 2 wounded soldiers from the battlefield and get them quickly to the mobile Army surgical hospitals, the MASH units, where their survivability rate was greatly increased, all due to the Bell 47 helicopter. They also built the most built helicopter in the world. I believe it is the Bell Model, the Bell 206 Jet Ranger, flown by the U.S. Navy as a training aircraft, the TH-57. But they also built something that combined the rotary wing capabilities of vertical takeoff and landing of a helicopter to the forward speed, with the forward speed of a fixed-wing aircraft, and that aircraft was known as the XV-15 tilt rotor. I saw that back in 1989 or 1990, and it has since become the MV-22 Osprey for the United States Marine Corps. We'll also see the most popular home-built aircraft ever built. Richard Van Grunsven built a line of aircraft that are known as kit planes or home builds, and that is the RV series, or the van aircraft. Over 7,000 of those have been built. No other home build has been produced in such high numbers, and we've got 11 of them here today in a fairly, actually only, I believe it's second year in the air show industry, and we've got them here at Pensacola this weekend. They are Team RV. They will fill the skies.
After that, we'll bring another helicopter to show center, and that's Chuck Aaron in the Red Bull helicopter. Chuck Aaron has been with Red Bull for a number of years, and you may recall that it was just a few weeks ago that another Red Bull sportsman, a gentleman by the name of Felix Baumgartner, set a new world record for high-altitude skydive and freefall from 128,000 feet. That's 25 miles above the surface of the Earth. He successfully did that back around the middle of October when Chuck Aaron and the rest of the Red Bull Air Force, including Kirby Chambliss and the Red Bull skydivers, were at Marine Corps Air Station Miramar in San Diego. We had those guys in the air at the same time that Felix Baumgartner was getting ready to jump and set that world record skydive. Prior to that time, the record had stood for over 50 years, and that had been done by then Air Force Captain Joe Kittinger. And Joe jumped from, I believe, 104,000 feet. And Joe Kittinger was actually part of the team that supervised and oversaw that particular skydive from that the Red Bull jumper Felix Baumgartner did. Ladies and gentlemen, cameras ready. As from the right, here come Jack Knutson and Lieutenant Colonel John Klatt. Max adrenaline. Let's watch. Cameras on. Feel the heat. Thank you, Roger Crawford and the Pyro guys for making that thing work. What an exciting moment that is. Now, I'm just going to ask, since I am really busy here on the announcer stand, I know a lot of you have cameras. Some of you have very, very high quality cameras with 500-pound lenses on the front. Some of you have iPhones or smartphones with cameras. That's you, sir? Did you take any pictures? What's the matter with you? You're supposed to take pictures. Here's what I'd like you to do. Since I don't get to take pictures up here, except very rarely, I've got a Facebook fan page, facebook.com/Rob Announcer. I got over 2,000 people around the world kind of checking me out because I do about 24 air shows in this country alone every year. And I'd love to have you post some of your pictures there. So why don't you join me at facebook.com/Rob Announcer. Let's post some pictures and share with the people around the world in the Facebook world what was going on here at NAS Pensacola. I hope you do that for me. That would be a whole lot of fun. John Klatt touching down. Behind him, Jack Knutson touching down in the Air National Guard aircraft.